Hey, good afternoon there, sweet peas. Basic Prepper Mom Myra here, and I'm going in a different direction, so the sun is kind of going to be messing with me right now, I have a feeling. Anyway, I happened to catch briefly a live broadcast, I guess, on YouTube of one of the people that I normally follow. And they happen to be talking about gold and silver. And I want to touch base on that briefly because, to be honest, I never really understood this whole gold silver craze that everybody was, you definitely want to buy into gold, you want to buy into silver. I don't know anything about it. I'm not knowledgeable about it. And I thought, what's the point? Like, I don't understand the point. And I did a video on this about putting cash away. I always believe that, yes, putting a little bit of cash away is very good. But the reason that I say to put cash away is not in case of an economic collapse or society goes crazy, whatever. My main theory on that is if we end up with a power failure or a system down or the electronics down or whatever, the banking system is off grid, it's gone offline, we've lost it, then there's no way to get your money out. There's no way to go to the ATM. There's no way to use your card if you go into a store to buy goods. So that way, having cash on hand, I like to have some to be able to buy goods if I need it for myself and my family. Not necessarily as a currency or bartering tool or something like that. It's just so that I can go to the store, short term, of course, talking short term, and get the goods or items that I may need. So that's why I like to kind of stash some cash away. But the theory on the whole gold and silver issue is using it as another currency. This is my understanding. I'm not super knowledgeable on this, but this is my understanding. And there was a time that I did look into it. I looked on a reputable website, and I literally had little bars of gold and silver and coins, whatever, put in my cart, and something inside of me said, this is not the thing for you to do. This is not where your money needs to be spent right now. And so I didn't purchase it. Now with me, let's backtrack a little bit. From my understanding, the thought process behind the gold and silver is, okay, yes, if we end up in an economic crash, gold and silver will still retain its value when cash money has not. The other theory is that it's easier and better if you use gold and silver as a bartering currency system versus just cash paying for it. You're using gold and silver more as a bartering than actually paying for stuff. And a lot of people are like, yeah, absolutely, I will trade my goods for cash. I'll trade my goods for gold and silver. Awesome, because when the system does finally upboot and, when everybody's up and running again and society gets back to normal, whatever normal is anymore, then I will be a very wealthy person knowing that I have all this gold and silver on hand and yada, yada, yada. Okay, and I understand that. However, my personal thoughts in what is good for myself and my family are completely different from that. And I think this is what you need to look at for you and your family and adjust accordingly. Don't listen to everyone that's out there, including me, that says, hey, you need to do A, B, C, and D, or that's it. Game over for you. You need to evaluate your own specific needs and your own specific family and your goals and what you are trying to do or what you want to accomplish. That's what you need to do. You need to evaluate you and your family and figure out what's best. For me and my family, my money was not, or I didn't feel that my money was going to be well spent on buying gold and silver. I felt that my money was better off being spent on goods that we might need. So food and medication, that's where I thought mine was better spent. My money was better spent. And that may be your case. Because to be honest, if we end up in a system where we are bartering, we are doing that, I think that my goods that I have are going to be worth more to someone else than just gold and silver. I think if somebody comes to me and says, now if I have extra, which I try to make sure that I have, and somebody comes to me with gold and silver and says, look, this is all I have, can I buy a few cans of veggies? Okay, if I have enough, then yeah, that's great. I will do that and I'll put that away. Not the main source that I'm going for. I want goods kind of built up as much as possible, because I can use that as a bartering as well. You have this, well, I have this, can we trade? And that's kind of the more bartering system. So I think my money is better spent on my preparedness type stuff, my food storage, and my medication storage specifically. So that's kind of where, because if I have everything stored up for myself and my family and I have extra, that's great. If I don't have extra, I'm okay with that too, because at least I still have stuff for myself and my family, and we will survive and be okay. And I think that's kind of the ultimate goal here, is to make sure that you and your family have what they need to get you through whatever we go through. So if you feel that the whole gold, silver thing, buying it is where you are going to spend your money and where that's the best, then that's up to you. If you feel that your money is better spent just cashing out and just putting that cash away, awesome. If it's better spent buying goods and stashing that away, absolutely. I try to do a little bit of both, put cash away and buy what I can and store up my goods, because to me, that's the most important thing. But that's kind of what I have to say for today. Evaluate what is good for you and your family, and evaluate what's going to be most valuable and what's going to be most helpful for you and your family. It could be that gold and silver, you find that valuable. Absolutely. I'm not an expert in it. I can't even tell you where to go or the websites. But definitely research it and look into people that are more knowledgeable in that. Once again, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out to me. I hope you guys have a wonderful and amazing day. If I don't talk to you before the holidays, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great day.